Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing from where we left off with Chapter 13's Profit and Plunder. But first, I just wanted to take a minute to thank everybody for viewing. I wouldn't be able to make the content that I do here or over at twitch.tv/Gremory Channel 2 if it wasn't for all of you. I hope that you have an amazing holiday. This will actually premiere after the holidays, but during time of recording it is the day before Christmas Eve, so if you like today's content, please make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any future installments, and like and subscribe if you would. It really helps out the channel and I would appreciate it. And anyone who's able to, if you could go over and give me a follow on twitch.tv at Gremory Channel 2, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's get underway.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
You're saying we need a steady income.
Or a really big slush fund. But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need. He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to. You should meet him.
So he's what, a loan shark?
No, just a liar. And a cheat. And a thief. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out. Come on.
You inspired such confidence, Hilo.
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I called.
I know a Sith that's pleased with herself when I see one. I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand. Let's see it.
But how? You discarded every chance you got and never knocked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Wasted no time turning the card table into a graveyard.
It's my preferred method of execution.
Commander, the most untrustworthy scoundrel I know. Untrustworthy scoundrel, the Commander.
She never was big on formalities. Galt Renault, at your service.
I haven't got a lot of time or patience. Why are you here?
Oh, I think you'll make a little of both for this. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
What's this generous offer going to cost me?
Only your word for now, and an even split after the fact. 50-50 couldn't be more fair. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little. By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
I don't think I need any more reasons to say yes.
I hoped you'd feel that way. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vanden to lay some groundwork. Looking forward to this, partner.
Galt Renault, by the way, is a companion of the bounty hunter, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh my.
There she is, Vanden. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
You haven't mentioned why we're here.
Giant barge, full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range. Something about the magnetism here plays havoc with sensors and cheap fillings. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we going to need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for. He should be in a warehouse not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it. I might try ducking next time. This is the place. Ah, that container over there. So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors. Especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
I think I can handle a grimy hermit.
Just don't kill him, or the only thing getting washed is the plan. Stretcher, is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Tiresias.
Just a name I carried around for a while, no use to anybody now. I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's Golf Renault. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
You can't play dumb with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do.
I don't care what kind of past you two share, we've got business to get to.
The only thing I've got to get to is finally enjoying my retirement. A little gift for your hospitality. You failed just about anything these days.
rarely
Still
ever
can't
is.
roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the grudge. After I made that body double, he went and swindled half of Norshaga in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
That true?
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I can never help you again.
He's asking, I'm telling. You're going to help us with the heist, or I'm going to rip you out of there and beat you within an inch of your life.
There's 25 layers of durasteel and cortosis between you and me. We'll both be dead of old age before you make good on that.
You think
It's true,
so?
we might never get into that safe room of yours, but I'm sure this sonic amplifier I brought will have an interesting effect on the contents. So unless you want to spend your final moments being shaken to death by the dulcet tones of the Kashyyyk Life Day Choir, I would reconsider.
Okay. Fine. I'll do this stupid job.
Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part. Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, Fred, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
Well, now.
Satisfied?
That's a fine piece of hardware.
That should do.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile. Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-minus 1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
Hope you're a good runner.
Jumping might be faster.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
Seems
Suckers.
unlikely.
Abort sequence aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she do to this thing? Come on, it's not responding.
Are there any circuits you could cut?
Oh, sure, dozens. Got any ideas which ones?
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
Now, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1.
That was a companion of the Sith warrior.
That was great! Come on, that was pretty good. Admit it.
As pranks go, high marks.
Don't encourage her. Allow me to introduce my partner, Vet. She has a habit of getting where she's not wanted. Like on your nerves, for instance. Did you get the warhead, or
That
were you
much is
too busy
true.
practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it. Grumpy Pants.
Though I guess those lizard brains will have figured out nothing's exploded by now. I'll see if I can't distract them.
Time to make ourselves scarce. We'll see you back at the hideout.
Toodles!
Kuna mo, ubang choni alipa, istin koto, atacha kapatonka, jisa bicha.
Thank you. I'll be signing autographs after the smoke clears.
You just couldn't leave well enough alone. And now we have to take the spikes from security droids. If you do enough damage to them before they can react, the security droids can't summon reinforcements. Alright, now we can cancel the lockdown in the docks.
Agua pasca puño.
And now we have to deal with more security droids.
I think I knocked him cross-eyed.
Now we can cancel the Central District's lockdown.
Dogi Gumpa, Gigi no Liamake Chisa.
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a hut's taste in art, hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we are going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
None of
A
your
little
business.
bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board. And a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing. Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
We don't have a problem with that.
But I'm pretty sure High Justice Valen can go wherever she pleases.
You're going to have Senya pose as Valen.
We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Phelan's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her IT.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Valen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Theron will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we going to carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. That's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? The same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
This is so crazy it just might work.
Yeah, I prefer unconventional.
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hightail it to the transport before they catch on.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I suggest everybody get real familiar with their part.
All better.
I picked out a discreet vantage point near the Skyhook. Better get in position. This is close enough. And there's the Gilded Star, just like I promised.
getting shinier.
Gold-plated and stealth ship don't exactly line up. Now we just have to hope Mommy Dearest remembers her daughter's birthday.
I can kill you from here, Gold.
Great, really getting into the spirit of your character, at least from what I hear.
Shut up.
We are approaching the checkpoint. No further communications are warranted until the bridge is under our control.
Roger. Break a leg, ladies. It's in their hands now. All we've got to do is wait.
So how did you manage to fleece Lana at cards, anyway?
Just because your opponent has a sixth sense doesn't mean you can't use it to distract them. I could tell Lana was trying to peek inside my head, so I just made sure she got an eyeful. The angry glares she flashed were easier to read than anything I was doing. As for the rest, well, trade secrets, you know.
Turning her advantage into yours. Clever.
When you make your living in the galaxy's cesspits, it never hurts to be able to sink lower than the competition.
I am now in complete control of the Gilded Stars network. I will isolate the vessel's sentinels to the best of this system's ability.
Showtime.
Let's begin then.
All personnel, prepare for testing of emergency lockdown systems and maintain your current stations. Will arrive. You will have to dispatch enemy personnel along the way.
Or stealth past them.
Oh, here. Help me with this panel. Okay, I ought to be able to reach the vault mechanism along this route. Keep clearing a path for Galt, and I'll see you soon.
Really hope they check for Minox.
Are you sure those schematics were scaled in meters? I can hardly move.
My last partner didn't complain nearly this much.
Your last partner was crushed to death.
And never once complained about it.
I imagine they didn't have time.
What's heavy? Are you in the vault?
Oh no, it's nothing. Nothing. Almost there.
Okay, Vet, I'm here.
Just give me a sec.
Time's a factor.
Hey, you want to cut through a foot of cortosis and steel while hanging upside down in a half-meter crawl space? There. Jerk. Try it.
The moment of truth.
I've been rich, filthy rich, but nothing like this. Counting the zeros on a balance sheet can't even compare. There's just something magical about the real thing.
I couldn't begin to put a number to all this.
At a certain point, you just stop counting. It won't look nearly as impressive in a second, but it'll spend all the same. Do the honors?
Let's see how much Arkan enjoys this.
Payload's delivered. It's time for the pay date.
We're in position. Extending umbilical. Seal is tight. All green.
Airlock disengaged. Awaiting order for depressurization. Commencing depressurization.
Tank is filling. So far, so good.
It will take approximately 10 minutes, 17 seconds to siphon a space of that volume.
Plenty of time to make our exit.
Great. Let's blow this joint.
I'm sure we've worn out our welcome.
It is unlikely the detonation went unnoticed. After we vacate the bridge, I will no longer be able to maintain a complete lockdown.
See? Perfectly justified acquisition. Come on. I want to try this thing out.
Just scramble the systems as best you can and leg it to the tanker. We'll see you there.
We're at capacity. Scorpio and Senya are on board. What's the situation?
We're keeping them busy on our end, but I don't think we're any closer to reaching you. Scorpio, do you still have any access to the blast doors?
Only through direct input.
Great. Just bug out before anyone notices you buzzing around. We'll take the skyhook back down and meet you at the hideout. Play it cool. My guardian angel will handle anybody taking an unhealthy interest.
Is that so?
Oh, okay, that's bad. We've got to get around. This way. Blast, we're getting boxed in. Come on, I think there's one more route we can try. Oh, boy.
The lift's not coming, is it?
Oh, no, it's coming. It's just not empty.
Valen. I can sense her presence.
Time for Plan B.
What's Plan B?
Run and hope for a Plan C.
That's lovely.
I'm tired of running from Valen.
Well, I've got a few laps left in me. Even if you win and don't turn the skyhook into crumbled wreckage, we'll still be surrounded by thousands of her flunkies. We have to go around.
There is no around.
There is out there.
You want us to scale the exterior?
Pretty much. Look, there's no time to stand here arguing, so I recommend lodging your complaints at a steady jog.
It's not so bad. Just don't look down. Or consider your own mortality. Goodbye, Spewy. I'll never forget you.
She's something else, that one. Impressive entrance, if only it amounted to anything for you.
Hey, so just thinking of you, wanted to say... Trouble? No, everything's going great. Just taking a little detour on the way home.
Go.
Shh. The noise? Just a little windy is all. What plan am I on? I don't, Plan C. We're on Plan C, all right? Yeah, sounds lovely. Gotta go. See you soon. The good news is we can reach the skyhook from here.
And the bad?
If you've got a fear of heights, there will be plenty of time to get over it on the way down.
Kisser. How I planned on going.
Okay, so, remember Plan C?
You never actually got to Plan C, Gold.
So Plan C is jump.
Naturally. Good thing we can count on Hilo.
Mother was here, again. She had the audacity to wear my face.
And her punishment?
Escaped. She knows I won't be bested the next time we meet.
All empty threats all you've brought for me.
I interrupted their little raid on the treasury. They couldn't have accomplished much in the time they were here.
How wrong you are. You have no treasury, dear.
Mother!
Perfect timing.
I'm not the one who has a problem showing up when I'm supposed to.
Jeez, how long are you planning to hold that over me?
The rest of your life, naturally. Thanks for keeping my worst half out of too much trouble.
It helped that you tempered my expectations accordingly.
Singing my praises again?
The lower octaves.
Anyway, I think we've all had our fill of Vanden, and it's gonna get a lot less hospitable shortly, so... shall we?
Let's get our haul back to Odessa.
That'll take care of our financial difficulties.
There's nothing like coming home from a job well done. Especially when you've ruined a huge jerk's day in the process.
Couldn't agree more. Come to think of it, our plan was lacking in one department.
An actual escape route?
It was the scenic route. Can't argue with the view. No, the one thing missing was a way to see the look on Arkan's face when he got the news.
That's a pretty big oversight, Gulp. It's coming out of your cut.
Let's not get carried away. We're talking a fringe benefit at best. Now, how about we get on with my favorite part and divvy up the loot?
Already taken care of. You, Vet, and Dretch are already paid out. I took the liberty of skimming what you owe me off yours.
Well, take all the fun out of it, why don't you?
Your idea of fun is why your divvying privileges are still revoked.
Just what did you do exactly?
Ran out on me with the biggest score of our careers.
And I regretted it ever since. Well, after the shine wore off. A little older, a little wiser, you know? Okay, maybe a lot older. It was a formative moment. The point is we're on to bigger and better things. Like melting a mint down into an ocean of liquid happiness. Now, however you want to spend your cut is none of my business. But if you want to, say, triple it, I might have a little something in the works.
This money isn't ours. I don't mind taking it from Arkan. But I want nothing to do with it.
Good.
Our goal was to fund the Alliance, not personal gain.
Who says it can't be both? You just need a little ambition.
Or, you know, you could try giving. Maybe just once. See what you've been missing. My share is going towards buying back some of the artifacts stolen from my people. Freeing slaves. Giving Twi'leks a better place in the galaxy.
Honestly, we've got way more than we need for operations. It'd be good to have a plan for the excess.
Agreed.
I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to triple our take. Just keep an eye on that investment.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure he coughs up every last credit.
I kinda thought the point of this alliance was to do some good in the galaxy. But I guess I'm not really surprised. Everybody's got an angle.
I understand your decision, Commander. I only ask that you not lose sight of the bigger picture while serving your ambition.
Hey, more shares for you, am I right?
It appears our business is concluded.
Oh, I don't know. I figure you'll be seeing me around. You've got a handy little outfit here. Besides, I wouldn't want Hilo to get lonely.
Huh, as if.
If your alliance happens to need a morale officer, I'm game. Kicking Arkan's butt should require a full-time party planner.
Speaking of parties...
And with that, we gain 2 new members.
This stuff sells for more than most freighters. Grab some glasses and get to know what success tastes like.
Commander, Major Jorgen and Kaleo just landed.
It's a good thing we got 2 people, because
So much for
things are
celebrating.
about to get interesting.
Go ahead. We'll be right behind.
Jorgen and I have some unfinished business. Oh, and I should also mention that I did do another of the companion alerts, and we recruited Akal Usar, the last lord of Urkop.
Payment better come on time or I'm out of here.
We can't do everything on our own. We need more people or better equipment.
Good job, you got your squad killed.
I was 30 meters from a computer that would have given me the Gemini frequency. But no, your idiot brigade had to come in blasting.
You were surrounded. We saved you.
And blew the mission. If it wasn't for my backup plan, you would have died down there.
Backup plan? Your escape route detonated a hospital.
Enough. You both failed the mission, this alliance, and me.
I don't get points for bringing Major Misfire home alive. Good to know for next time.
Oh, don't worry.
It wasn't a complete loss. I grabbed something on the way out.
My fire team covered you.
Yeah. Point is, we lifted the data core from a security console right outside that hyperwave relay station. It's not the key to the Gemini frequency, but it does contain a massive file archive all about those droids.
I'll put Scorpio to work sifting through the information. See if there's anything to salvage from this fiasco.
Fiasco doesn't begin to cover it. If I can't trust you people...
Alright, let's try this again. It's not going to change what happens in the end, but will limit the disapproval from Cleo at least.
You were so...
You blew up a hospital getting off Zakul?
How was I supposed to know what was on the other side of that wall? You expect me to knock?
No.
It wasn't a complete lock.
There's bound to be something we can use. We're not giving up on eliminating Arkan's fleet.
We won't get a second chance at the hyperwave relay station. We'll just have to hope we find an alternative.
It could have gone much worse, but we can't let this happen again. Major Jorgen disobeyed your orders not to follow Kaleo and the Republic military. That kind of insubordination is grounds for court-martial.
This isn't the Republic. I'm in charge, and I'm ready to pass judgment now.
Understood, Commander. I accept your decision.
You abandoned the Republic and defied my alliance. You've dishonored the Havoc Squad name. I can't trust you. And I won't have you disrupting my operations any further.
So what? Toss me the brig, is that it?
No.
We don't have a brig.
Insubordination is punishable by death. Now all of Havoc Squad is gone.
Good riddance. Can I go now?
That's how I deal with people who fail me. No exceptions for anyone. Understood?
Your point is well taken, Commander.
I'll start with her fingertips and work my way up. Take one knuckle at a time, then her hands.
Do you remember, Mother? Not what she is now. We were children.
I remember her telling Father I was dangerous. How I had to be controlled. She always hated me.
She never understood us. Oh, Father.
She helped the Outlander steal Alfredis. They took everything.
Most things can be replaced.
When all the worlds we've conquered find out what's happened, they'll think we're weak. Test us.
I remain the greatest power the galaxy has ever seen. My enemies know what I'll do to them if they cross me.
Fear is always free.
I will be generous with it.
Chapter 14, Mandalore's Revenge. We'll go ahead and do the intro, and that'll be where we conclude for the day.
We're ready, Commander.
Where are the others?
Theron is online from the Mistani sector. The rest are unavailable, on scouting or security detail.
The ones who aren't dead.
Watch it,
I
Theron.
liked Jorgen, but discipline has to be enforced.
I have additional information regarding the Gemini network that controls the Eternal Fleet. The network links mechanical captains inside the fleet's ships. Their security protocols cannot be directly subverted.
Why not?
Because the Gemini captains are based on me.
You said Zakul took something from you. This is what you meant. This is what you've been looking for.
My suspicions about Gemini brought me to Zakul. Now they are confirmed. I will not be imitated. And I will determine who is responsible. Based on what I have decoded, the Geminis are produced from a mold, a template. Gemini Prime.
Why a physical template?
My technology is not easily duplicated. The Gemini Prime is linked to a factory on the world of Darvanis. Retrieve the unit and I will unlock the secrets of the network and the fleet.
We get the Eternal Fleet, and you find out who's been copying you and how. Is that the deal?
Yes.
I know Darvanis. One of the first worlds we conquered when the war started. A staging point into the wider galaxy. That factory builds droids, weapons, starships. It's a key resource, fortified accordingly. Fully automated defenses.
I've seen its like. Tunnels running kilometers deep. Too large for a strike team.
Then we plan a full-scale assault. How close are we to assembling an army?
We don't have nearly enough people here. But Theron...
I've been securing military allies along the rim. There's a favor I can pull in. Rather not say more over the comm, but I can set a rendezvous with forces on Darvanis. You can take the factory and grab Gemini.
I'm not a general, Theron, but I suppose infiltrating the droid factory is out of the question.
Afraid so. I'll signal our allies. Any luck, they'll be on Darvanis before you.
The rest of you, get the gravestone ready for combat. Once we have Gemini Prime, it'll be us against the fleet. One way or another.
Well, you're on the wrong planet. The Hutt pleasure worlds are a dozen parsecs out.
Shut up, Como. You're looking good for a dead man.
Shay
Good to
Vizsla.
see you too.
I wasn't expecting Mandalorians.
We're what you got. Heard you need a factory pulverized.
A dozen clans stand with Mandalore the Avenger. We're ready for blood, even if our enemies are built of metal and grease.
Mandalore the Avenger?
Rough few years. Eternal fleets kept us under siege on the Heart Worlds. I picked up the title along the way. When your spy boy offered a chance to hit back, I agreed. Been on defense too long.
Then we fight together, Mandalore, against Zakul and the galaxy. We'll topple Arkham yet.
Right now, I'd settle for one good victory.
How have you deployed your troops around the factory?
Rotating assault teams of 200 commandos each. Place is a fortress. Needs hammering before we go in.
Next attack starts in 5. Forward teams are in position to down the energy shield.
You want to be useful? Capture the perimeter guns and retarget the factory. Torian!
Mandalore.
Torian was a
Torian's
companion of the
chief
bounty
of Clan
hunter as
Ghidorah,
well.
and the best scout we've got. He'll show you the way.
Guns are in Sector 9. Plenty of Sky Troopers. Keep up. I'll try to protect you.
Take me to the guns. We have a factory to conquer.
Retursia me, Mandalore.
Stay alive, both of you.
Torian's a good companion. I actually do respect him.
Gotcha.
Which is why I won't say anything too terrible towards him. Even in dialogue option. Alright, and that is where we will end for today. When we resume, we will go and take over the perimeter guns. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future installments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And give us a follow over on twitch.tv/Gremory Channel 2, where we do additional content. We have a different game on schedule for every day of the week over on Twitch. So, hope to see you there as well, and I'll see you in the next one.